Last week, I spoke about Reese's book club. Reese Witherspoon runs a book club, and it's not the book club that we may think, as in she gets a group of people round to her house and they discuss books. She uses the platform that she has by being a very successful actress with a lot of followers on social media. She obviously reads a lot, and she suggests books that she has enjoyed that other people might enjoy. And if one of the books that she selects for her book club pick has a sticker on it that says Reese's Book Club, then it definitely sells really well. It's the same with Richard and Judy's book club, which started many years before. They had a magazine show on television that was one of the most popular shows in the UK for many years, and they started a book club. And for the same reason, everything that was selected as a Richard and Judy book club pick became an instant bestseller. Another one is Oprah Winfrey in the UK. She, again, had a huge platform with one of the biggest watch chat shows in America and around the world. And if she selected a book as a book club pick by Oprah Winfrey, then again, that became an instant bestseller. But most people will think of book clubs as like a group of local people getting together and somebody selecting a book that everybody goes away and reads, and then they all come together and discuss it.
That's what I initially understood a book club to be, just local people who read the same book, but I know this from the television shows or a film. In the sense, I've never actually been to a book club. I wasn't really sure they actually existed except in films where people read the same book and then discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be a member of a book club like that, you A, need to be like a big reader, and B, you want help and suggestions on what you should read. I see a lot of people online saying, has anyone got any suggestions for a good book that I should read? I love a good family drama, or I love anything romantic, or I like crime, or whatever. Me personally, I don't have enough time and hours in the day to read the books that I really want to read. So I'm not about to join a book club.
I was thinking you'd be ideal
someone else
to actually host a book club because of your
time.
It's the time.
It is, isn't it? It really is. But
when they discuss the books, what do they discuss? How much they enjoyed it, or do they?
They just talk about it and say, oh, what was your favourite bit, or what did you think of this character, or the way it was written, or how whatever comes up really.
Because there are clubs also for like learning to, like when you're writing books and things. As well. But I think if you're interested in, but great socially.
Oh,
isn't
definitely.
it? If you like reading and you want to make friends, that is one of those ways, particularly living abroad.
Exactly. We talked about that, different ways to meet people. And if you're a massive book lover, then join a book club and you'll meet like-minded people. Exactly. Same as any other subject.
And I suppose, like, for example, with Reese Witherspoon's book club, I would imagine that everything's going to be on the topics, like, similar to Legally Blonde, in my mind. Richard and Judy would have a style of book, or do these book clubs, they cover all genres?
Yes and no. So Reese's book club particularly looks at books that are written by women, about women and for women. So that's her kind of genre.
Okay, so there is
Richard and Judy,
focus.
A real mixture. They'll have a crime book, they'll have a romantic book, they'll have a legal book, so a real mixture. They used to pick 10 books a year, and then the public would vote for their favourite, and there would be a winner each year. But any of the books that they selected each year were always became bestsellers. But it was a real mixture. I'll talk about that next week, actually.
I know Oprah had the golden touch, and that one came very clear that if you managed to get anything on the Oprah Winfrey show, basically, you know, you had a bestseller of a book or a cupcake or whatever it is.
Well, she was the one that advocated The Secret. By Rhonda Byrne, which was obviously a massive bestseller and became a huge phenomenon, and then a film was made about it, and you know, it's become in people's repertoire, The Secret, and the idea of manifesting what you want, and that was from her show. She read the book and thought, this is an amazing idea, and she talked about it, and the whole world went, wow, that sounds incredible. So yeah, huge power she had, definitely.
From that Secret and the law of attraction, I've had an online group myself where we've gone and dived into like Abraham Hicks and books like that, and talked about that each week on a certain chapter, because there's so much to talk about with self-help, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
So much to dive into.
Yeah. I interviewed someone actually on my book show on the radio this week called Kate Story, who'd written a book, Story. How great, being an author and having a surname called Story. She'd written a book called The Forgotten Book Club, which is fiction, but it was based on the idea, something I'd never heard of until this week is a silent book club where people get together and read in the same room.
Oh, well, that's what I thought they were.
Oh no!
Right.
No,
okay.
So you get together, and so a normal book club, you get together. There might be someone that decides, that kind of runs the book club, or you might have a vote or take it in turns. Okay, it's my suggestion this month. So somebody picks a book, then everybody has to buy it, and then you all go home and you have a month or a week, depending on what's decided in the group, to read it, and then you all get back together to discuss it. Did you enjoy it? What was your favourite bit? All that kind of stuff. But a silent book club, everybody gets together and reads the book together in silence.
Right.
So imagine us all sitting here with a book, getting comfy, reading, you know, having our own
Well, I mean, it's not much different
Right.
nowadays.
It's
It's sitting there
weird.
with your iPhone, everyone just
Yeah.
looking down.
Yeah.
So like going to the library, but with people you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I
No.
like the idea of, you know, being comfortable at home reading how I like to
Yeah.
read.
I've
Not-
seen in Madrid, they've opened up a few places actually that you go, and as you get there, you put your phones away.
Yeah.
And then you go in and you read, or
Nice.
you play
Oh, I
Cluedo,
like
or
that.
something in a space to get
Maybe
together.
it's handy
Just
if, like you say, if like you're stuck on time.
Yeah.
Like you are, I am. You actually make this kind of pilgrimage to the book club to actually sit down for an
I
hour or so
suppose, yeah.
to
read a
read,
book.
as opposed to doing
Exactly,
yoga or
yeah.
the gym.
Yeah,
Like, I'll
exactly.
read
Take that
a book
hour. I'm
tonight,
going to
but
read.
you
I'll go
actually
and
make
sit
that
with these.
journey
Yeah.
to go and do it.
Guys,
yeah.
having a personal
is my
trainer.
reading hour.
Yeah.
My reading hours.
Yeah.
I say, well,
Yeah.
these people who are reading, who will set the pause of
Definitely.
No, that
There
very
you go.
true.
There's
Yeah.
a place for it.
See, that's a psychotherapist's take
Yeah.
on reading together.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
So it really is nice. So I suppose book clubs, you could just go online and Google book clubs
In my local area.
in local area, book clubs online of sports stars, film stars. I'm sure must be loads of different
Yeah.
genres and groups out there.
Yeah, there'll be book clubs online as well, so you don't actually need to go anywhere physically. They might have monthly Zoom meetings, for example, and that's when everybody discusses the book. So you don't
Right.
actually need to go anywhere. So
Yeah.
that might suit some people, but other people would enjoy the social aspect of getting together, having a cup of coffee, whatever.
Something
so
for
it depends.
everyone.
Something for everyone.
Well, really
Absolutely.
good. Get reading.
Yes, definitely.